Welcome to Pull a Pin Already, War Room Edition. I'm back, your host, Tim. And with me, as usual,
co-host Nate Dogg.
Well, good. Welcome back, Nate. Oh,
Glad to be here. Glad to be here again.
tired again. What's going on?
You tired every time we do it? We tired every time we do an episode. Maybe we start earlier.
Right.
I don't know why we record it. I don't know why we record at midnight.
So that's the next day. Like
who picks these times?
Right. I wish it was midnight.
You gotta be asleep by now. Right? I'd be asleep. You wouldn't get me.
Well, I don't know. I appreciate you here, so we'll leave it at that. But anyways, you know how this works. We do headlines here, and we talk about them because we're veterans and we know everything. And I just tell you, yeah, we're just going to share our opinions of headlines based on our experience and our knowledge, whether we've read them or not. So are you ready?
Yeah. We didn't read them, but we're still going to give you our opinion.
Sometimes I skim through some of them. Anyway, Twitter censors user who posted meme about Epstein judge who signed Mar-a-Lago raid warrant.
That's my surprise face.
But this goes back to what I was talking about the last episode. I think it was the last episode, maybe one before, I don't know. But this is what I'm talking about. This is where people start to lose it. If you are on the same side, you might be like, oh, what's the big deal? Or, oh, he deserved it. But if you're one of the people who doesn't think that they should be doing this stuff, you've just alienated all these people. Because you just, a meme? Are you kidding me? We heard about this stuff happening in the UK, right? Now here it is.
Was it fact checked?
I don't know.
No, they just censor you when it's true.
Right. See, I mean, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, like, what is going on? Like, I do understand the value of not propaganda and misinformation. Like, I understand the value of that because that's in all wars. We've seen it all over. Matter of fact, it happens all the time. I mean, even happens within your own family, right?
Yeah, memes are jokes. They're supposed to be funny. You're supposed to laugh at it. Ha, it's the funny one.
Even if they're offensive, even if they're bad jokes, if they're intended to be a joke, it's a joke.
Right.
You know, it's a bad joke, but
not to those soft-skinned people who get offended for so much.
You know, and like the worst part about most jokes, even to be honest with you, most jokes have some sense of truth in them. That's why they're, funny, because people can see, oh yeah, that's funny, And there's obviously too much truth in this one that they wouldn't take it.
So I'm just taking from the headline. The judge that signed the raid warrant also was the judge for the Epstein trial.
The judge recused himself in the Hillary thing, and then he moved over and became a defendant or something for the Epstein, not Epstein himself, but they call him his lieutenants. He became like the defendant for them or some crazy stuff like that. I don't remember what it is, but it's that connected. And I know there's a lot of they always say like follow the money.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a lot of say to the characters, the people. If you remember these people's names and you start reading all this stuff together, you will discover that all of this anti-Trump America hating thing is coming from a group of people. It's all a group of people, like the assistant director at the FBI, and they're all the same people that did the Russia collusion, they're all the same people. And they're just coming up with new tricks and new tactics and new game plans, and that's all they're doing. It's the same people.
Well, if it was the opposite way, wouldn't it be the same? Wouldn't it be the same story though? Right now,
what's that?
If it was reversed, if parties were reversed,
it doesn't matter. The party doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
It'd be the
same party thing. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Even like I said, that's why I said the politicians. It's the establishment. It's the establishment that matters. It's because that's what they're doing. It's like that business, the business that gets poor ratings or whatever, and all of a sudden they under new management, and they come out with a new name or a new, and you're like, you're just watching. It's like a bankruptcy.
Let me give it a try again.
Yeah, it's like a bankruptcy. They're renaming themselves or rebranding themselves so they don't, These are the same people. Just memorize the names, and you'll see these same people keep popping up.
Well, they're trying not to rebrand this.
No, HBO's Game of Thrones prequel Goes Woke will explore internalized misogyny and patriarchy.
I've never seen Game of Thrones, but I heard it's kind of like a porn a little bit.
Oh, I've spoken about this on another episode, remember?
But I guess people are offended by that fake show too.
Yeah, and this, I'm telling you, this is probably a right-leaning article again, because I probably pull more of them than anything. But this is something I'm going to go on the board and totally disagree with. I don't think this is woke, because back then, misogyny and patriarchy was a pretty big thing. I mean, maybe not in the demeaning way that we look at it today, because that was culture back then. You know what I mean? So I think they're just telling history in the time it was as it was.
Oh, see, I read that differently. I thought that misogyny and patriarchy was less sex and more just couple, like not bouncing around to all these different partners.
Well, I mean, maybe. Well, what's misogyny? What's patriarchy? The patriarchy is what? The man's in charge, the woman's inferior, or whatever. Isn't that the way it used to be in some sense of that? I mean, it wasn't totally that way, but the appearance of that.
I don't know. That's what patriarchy meant.
Yeah, that's the patriarch. The man's in charge and the woman, but that was just a mutual, the way somebody explained it was there's a cultural need where men needed to conquer and be in charge of things to impress women. And women were the ones that chose the men who conquered and had resources.
Oh,
so
right.
It formed together. It wasn't like men just said, we're going to be in charge of women. No, they did it to get women. And then the women would only pick those men. That's why even into this day and age, they say what? 10% of the men sleep with 90% of the women or whatever it is, or you know what I mean? Like most of the women is that, it's a small group of men. And think about all the lonely men down the bottom who are ugly or can't produce anything or can't dominate anything, or just think about them.
Sucks to be us. Sucks to
right?
be us.
We don't get any. We don't get any. Eventually, we might have to join another group, like the gay mafia or something. You never know. It's just, but this is, like I said, people who are ignorant to. I don't even want to say culture, because I don't think culture is the right word. Just human nature. I think people that are ignorant to human nature.
This is my thing. So HBO is a paid channel, whatever it is. These people are paying to watch Game of Thrones. Why are you offended? You're paying to watch it.
Right. In fairness to the argument, I have to tell you, dude, I started watching, I don't know if you saw Sandman.
I don't watch much TV.
Yeah, it's on, I think, Netflix or something. I don't know. I started watching it, and again, I'm kind of tired of the opposite. When you say the woke, I'm tired of the forced stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of the, women got to be the badasses, and there has to be a representation of everything, and the main character now has to be gay. I'm just so tired of the forced stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Nobody relates to that. At least Game of Thrones is keeping it real for the time it was. That doesn't offend me. I may not like it, but I don't have to live in that era. It doesn't happen anymore. So, I don't know, man. These people, I don't get them.
Well, if you're looking for a job,
right? I'm gonna join the Navy because they're offering up to $115,000 to join or come back.
I think that's more than I made my whole career in the Army.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I really should have read this because I want to know $115,000 for real.
I'm sure it's one specialized skill, and you have to do it. Sign on for 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, like a nuclear missile pilot.
Something.
You get one ride and you're done.
That's it. See ya.
Yep.
Hope your STI's up to date.
You got to guide the missile in if the system goes wrong. But that's crazy, man. $115,000. So my question is,
well, that's how bad. It's not the Navy. Everybody's offering bonuses because they can't even get people to join.
Yeah, but I mean, this goes to the argument. Remember, we had the argument about the minimum wage stuff and all that. If you could pay, well, the Navy's different because they're using our taxpayer dollars. But if you get a company and you could pay a bonus like this, why weren't you paying your people more?
to keep them to begin with.
You know what I mean? Like, why weren't you? You know, so I guess there's some. The Navy, obviously, this is different because, like I said, it's our taxpayer dollars, which apparently they're going to get more of now between the new tax laws and the IRS coming at you with guns. But yeah, I'd join the Navy right now for 115,000. I might go sign up.
Too old.
Yeah, they won't let me, but
we're above the age limit nowadays.
Well, but then again, they might be desperate enough. I don't know.
They might be waiving that too, huh?
Yeah, they might be. They might just say, "Oh, we can only give you 110."
Yeah, you're too old for 115. I'm sure that's one specific job for a certain amount of time.
I'm sure it's not like to join or come back.
I'm sure it's not like come be a cook. We'll give you $115,000 signing bonus.
Right? Yeah, could you imagine what if how many people came back?
That's the Navy train calling me in.
Yeah, there you go. The Navy train, like that. All right, well, go for the Navy. So either way, talk about, special privileged and what's the word I'm looking for? Ingrates? Let's go to the next one. We'll talk about these ingrates for a second. Afghan refugees refuse free homes in Scotland and Wales, complaining that it's too cold.
So I was in Afghanistan. It got cold there. It snows there.
Okay.
But it's also really hot too.
Well, I mean, I'm trying not to miss the elephant in the room. You're a refugee. We're giving you a free home and you're complaining about the weather. Go home.
They don't want to leave their warm refugee camp.
Then go home.
Now, are they refugees in Scotland and Wales currently?
Who cares? You're complaining that it's too cold. Go home.
No, we want
You're a refugee.
We want to pick our country that we want to go to.
Exactly. Exactly. And then they probably, if it wasn't too cold, they'd be like, "No, I don't like that house. Can we get a 3-story, 4-bedroom?
One without a balcony so we can't get targeted by a missile."
Right, exactly. Exactly. It's crazy. Joke, right? Joke, people, joke.
Yeah. We got to let know when that joke's still offensive. We got to shut it down.
Right. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? Like, how ungrateful can you be? I'm literally running from my country because my life is in danger. I would expect nothing. I would expect to be put in the woods and have to make my own way. These people are turning down houses. Have you ever heard of a heater?
Just give me a safe place to stay. I don't care what else you give me. You
oh
allow
my
me
God,
in your country.
Right? Right? I mean, like, are you serious? This, you know what? This sounds like the American way. Even though this is in Scotland and Wales, it wouldn't surprise me if American refugees went over and did that. But
I'd complain in Afghanistan too.
Mm-hmm. Right? Imagine that, right? And we had to go there. Most of us didn't choose to go there. We had to go there, right? I didn't go there, but most of guys had to go there and live in Afghanistan and complain, it's too hot, it's too cold, whatever. But we weren't running. Come on, dude. Yeah. You know what? These people don't deserve homes. Put them in a little tent by the fire and let them have fun. Tell them you're out of danger. See, this is where my compassion and empathy, it falls off, dude. It just, at the end of the day, it just falls off. It's like that bum, begging at the street, like, "Oh, you got any food? I'm hungry." You buy him a hamburger, he doesn't want it.
Yeah, I want your money, not the money.
Right.
Well, too bad you're not getting either. You're not getting either then.
That's what I said. My empathy stops at a certain point. You got no gratitude for something that big, a home? Are you kidding me? There's people here who would take a home in a minute.
I'll take
in
one
the freezing cold.
I'll take one over there too. I'll take one.
Yeah, I will too.
If they're giving them, I'll take one.
I may even go over there and live there just to have a home. And you know what I'll do? I'll turn the heat on.
And be warm.
Stupid. Anyways, man. So I'm done with these people. People in general, man. What's going on with these people?
Turn the heat off this episode.
Yeah, let's turn it off. Let's go cold on this one. All right, enough of the bad puns. That's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you weren't offended, or even if you were, who cares? But if you're a veteran, get on, go to the website, all that la-di-da-di stuff. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin already. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.